Oh my word. Look at that! Look at that! Look at that! Look at that! This is the coolest thing ever! Mayday! 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 Perfect landing! Hi guys, and welcome back to our nameless valley by the nameless lake here in Space Engineers. And as you can see behind me, Buggy the Rover has got his own parking spot. In the beginning of this episode, I thought we'd take a look at some stuff I've done off camera before we get down to the business for today. So, like I told you, Buggy the Rover has his new parking spot. It's to the right when you enter through our airtight hangar doors here. I've also added a couple of control panels for the airtight hangar doors. Maybe we get some HUD information up here. Open and close. Yeah, it's the only one I put on these. I also have open and close for this one here. I'm going to install some kind of script for the doors, but like this for now. Here's another open and close, and I think lights on and off for the work lights up here. And I finished welding up this floor here, so that we soon can start building our operations room. I think it'll be on this floor. I'm not sure yet. This build is kind of evolving as we go on. And check out up here. Check out the solar tower, guys. Yeah, I welded up the entire base for the solar tower. We still haven't made like a controlled building down here. Maybe we will. I have some ideas when it comes to that. Ah, yeah. You can see here they're aligning towards the sun. I don't know why they're not completely aligned. I don't know what's up with that. But I've used the Alt F10 menu to manipulate the sun for the intro. So that may have something to do with it. But I think it looks kind of cool. So let's see now. Yeah. Yeah, it looks kind of cool, I think. And as I warned you, this is outside is facing. Oh, it's facing the same way. That's good. Now my OCD doesn't have to hurt that much. But there is one problem we have. La Casita Blanca here is connected to the solar tower via, let's go down here, via this here long ass tunnel that we built, right? And off camera I welded up most off camera I welded up most of this. I don't want a lot of wireframes in my world, basically. But the thing is, whenever I enter a vehicle or a cockpit, let's not do that, let's go in here. So whenever I enter a cockpit and go into third person mode, the game just lags out. Because I pressed V now, and you can tell that it has a really hard time loading because it's trying to load such a huge structure and change views to the entire world. And the stuttering that you can see now, it's real time. Like it's freezing here. So maybe my computer just simply can't handle the size of the structure, or I don't think it's the number of blocks. It's more the fact that it's spread out over such a huge area that zooms me out this far once I... Oh, check this out, the stuttering. It seems to be worse when I pass the solar tower here. So what we may have to do is that we may have to disconnect them. And like, let's talk a little bit about mods. I don't like to add mods just to make things easier. But if it helps improve performance, then I'm all for it. And what I'm thinking is that there is a script. No, it's not a script. It's a mod called, I think it's Power Transmitters or something. And what it allows us to do is to have one grid send the power to a different grid. So let me just check my hydrogen here. So what I think we will do is to try out that mod. Not today, maybe some episode in the future, but I was thinking we then make the area up there by the solar tower like our call it our power base or something like that. And then I'd also like to put the hydrogen engines up there, because then Issy's script would handle that. It would turn them on and off when the power wouldn't be enough, maybe. But I'm not sure about that. What do you guys think? Maybe we should just keep the engines down here and switch them on and off manually, or we could have some other way of fixing that. Because what also happens is immediately when I connect with vehicle, let's say we connect with this here now. So let's see. Let's bring Buggy the rover down, and let's start him up a bit forward. So if I park, oh no, let's not do this. Let's go back here. Say I'm in third person, right? And then I turn on my remote control. I go in and park. And now I'm put into third person mode. Okay, this time the computer handled it better. I don't know why. But still, we may need to use that power transmitter mod to handle these issues. So I think that's what we did off camera. So some cosmetics jobs. Of course I put the door in here and I welded up that long ass line that we may be cutting down parts of. And I've been flying a bit with this. With the ugly duckling. So what I thought we'd do today is that we'd take a look at the VTOL capabilities of this guy. And I want to do something where I can have the atmospheric thrusters turning. Not like vector thrust script, but I was thinking more like maybe the Osprey. Kind of like the Osprey. I also want to do some kind of test on a JTOL system on this guy. I don't know if we need both. Like, probably we don't need anything of that, you know, but it'll be kind of cool to try it out anyway. So let's not wasting more time and let's get right down to it. The first thing I want to do, oh come on, is we're going to take off these, and I think like 4 thrusters here, it's way too much. Quick say yes please. Wow, I'm just pushing all the buttons. I've been playing some different games in the meantime now, so my controls are a bit out. So let's see. Off with those. And I was thinking, you know, we'd put a rotor and thrusters. Atmospheric thrusters. Okay. So 4. And let's put it so that 0 is pointing downwards. 90. Okay, perfect. 90, 0, and there. So in their normal state, they will be in 0 and they'll be pointing downwards. And I will need a timer block for this. So let's just put one there. You need interior plate. Okay, I'll be back. Oh yeah. That reminds me, I also built this here container. Then I put, what did I put in this? Ores and ingots, yeah. Ores and ingots. I still haven't figured out why Issy isn't handling the refueling of the hydrogen bottles for me, but yep. Okay, so those are welded up now. Let's see, 6. Couple of timer blocks. Perhaps. Maybe I should do like this and then add an antenna on this side. Is there an... Do I have an antenna on this one? Okay, G. Antenna. Ah, these are the new satellite discs. Those are quite cool. How about that? That would be cool, right? Ah, come on. Then we take these. Oh, like a so. Will that be good? Yeah, that'll be good. And there. So this one needs to turn from 0 to 90. Right? And now we have build vision. So remember the buttons from that one. Well, how was it? Alt Control and then middle mouse button. Control middle mouse button. Yep. What's the name of this? It was the Ugly Duckling. And it's the starboard rotor. And we want the lower limit to be 0 and upper limit 90. Now what was it? Shift middle mouse button to close it? Yeah, that was the right thing. Control middle mouse button. So this would be, this is the Ugly Duckling and it is the port rotor. And we have the lower limit. The upper limit is 360. Let's see if it handles that or if it needs 0. I don't know. And it's 270 here, right? That's maybe a bit slow. How about 2? Yeah. Cool. So shift middle mouse button. Okay. And you, my friend. So we said 2. Let's put the rotors in one group. Maybe that would be the easiest thing. It's just reversing them like this. Put them into UC. No, Ugly Duckling. VTOL rotors. Save. And then we can go into the G menu. VTOL. There, reverse. And it changes. Look at that, look at that, look at that, look at that. How cool is that? Okay, before we start celebrating here. Yeah, let's go all the way. Let's take off these two guys. And before we do our test flight, maybe we'll go down to the lake with this one. Yeah, we'll go down to the lake, and because we have a little bit more space there, right? So exile, yeah. So let's wow. This thing. Oh, this thing is not a car. Yeah, it is not a car. Yeah. Maybe like in the future when I get more cocky with this plane, I'll just take off on some of those small jumps there coming down from La Casita Blanca. But I was thinking we'd make a hangar for this down on the lake. Well, maybe if we get the VTOL system to work, we don't really need that, and we make like a huge plane or something. That could be cool as well. Could be really cool. Okay. So we have enough power. Now let's just get the let's get the thrusters. So this is the Ugly Duckling and it's the thrusters. But it's the VTOL thrusters. Yeah, I mean VTOL. Maybe we make some more thrusters later. Let's just see that. So now, okay. 8, was that it? 8, is that the air brakes? 8 are the air brakes. So 9, okay, G, thrusters, on off, increase thrust override, and decrease thrust override. So I put them off, and then just put the, okay, so it's on 0, turn the thrusters down like so. Maybe we should get the angle not to be 90 degrees, but more to get it to the angle where that the plane is sitting on now. That's an idea. Okay, let's see now. We'll decrease the thrust, put the thrusters on. Come on, let's start working a little bit. That takes us off. And then we slowly move it forward. It works! It actually works. This is the coolest thing ever! Yeah! But... Ay. It's a little bit sad, you know, that we just get 26 minutes of power from that, but whatever. That means we're using quite a lot of thrust just to like maintain flight here. But okay. Let's turn this way. We can just turn our thrusters off. Go down. Oh, what's the air brakes? Air brakes, come on! Where are the air brakes? No, they were. Hey, oh shit! Mayday! What? 9, come on, please. Turn them. Yep. What am I doing here? Oh, remember the controls, please. So off. Air brakes on. Those air brakes are really overpowered, by the way. I mean, check it out. The landing is just a breeze with these air brakes. I need to... Oh. We need to take away at least one of the air brakes. It's too much. It's just too much. So... Yep. They are too overpowered. Of course, I may end up regretting that since forever, you know, but okay. So let's try reducing the thrust. Going back to VTOL mode. And see, yeah, we have liftoff. We have liftoff. 9. Yep. Yep. So, can we reduce the thrust even more? Yep. We can. What am I now on? 73 kilonewtons. Let's keep reducing the thrust. Yep, we get liftoff. 64. Hardly. Up. Shit! I dropped the mouse. All of my controls. No, 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 no. Sorry about that. Wow. Okay. So sorry about that. Let's call it inconvenience there. Yep. So increase. We need to be at least what's that? 62 kilonewtons. Seems to be the magical number for this guy here. Oh, come on. It's not very good at... Like, it slides a lot on the... Okay, it's better to use the gyroscope to turn with. So let's see now. First of all, is there no hydrogen for the engine? Yeah, there's a little bit of hydrogen for the engines. Let's put them on. And VTOL mode. Then we go 9. We have liftoff and just go forwards like this. We get a little bit of a dip there. So let's turn those off. Let's get back into this mode here. Let's take our air brakes on. Maybe take a little look forward. This will be a perfect landing. Yep. Up. Oh. I'm sorry, where are we going? Ah, this is over here. Yeah, like the plane is able to overturn its own turning radius very efficiently, in a way. So air brakes on, please. Let's see what kind of speed will give us a good sink through rate. Let's try 20. Ah, it's a little bit hard. So we have one system that seems to work here. The only say problem with this is it starts moving backwards. So we can try to increase the angle of these two by, so it doesn't go to 360. Let's say this one goes to only 350, and this one here, say it doesn't go to 0, so it goes to 10. How will this work? Yeah, that's a better takeoff, right? That's a lot better takeoff, and then... Yep. Wow. Let's fly around the mountaintop here and come down towards La Casita Blanca again. Ah, there it is. 9, 8. Oh, stutter. So we were aiming for something like around 30, right? Now let's just keep the air brake on. Yep. Perfect landing. Yeah. So that's cool. That's cool. But this is the Ugly Duxling, right? It's a test airplane, and we need to do more tests, right? We need to do more testing. So I was thinking, we need to hook up in some way, shape, or form to the oh, help me, to the hydrogen system, and then we make a VTOL system. Like no, I'm sorry, not VTOL, but JTOL. So just jet assisted takeoff and landing. Yeah, that will be cool. Not because we need it, but because we can.